Hi, this is Belinda with Design for Energy here in Austin, Texas. And I wanted to share some tips with you about the classical flying star system in Feng Shui if you're interested and have heard of it. If you've never had your house done professionally, many consultants that are certified in classical Feng Shui will do what is known as the flying star system. And this determines what energies your house has and what remedies it needs based on the five elements. And it's also based on the year your house was built and the direction it faces. So when you hear about some of the remedies or enhancers and you're not familiar with feng shui, you might think it's kind of a woo art, you might think it's kind of superstitious, or that these are just tchotchkes that you put in your house and hopefully, they're doing some good. They all have a tradition and a history to them. They are based on the element and the direction. So there is some science and art behind it. You can research each one of the items. You can also research now on Google flying star system and what goes in the south for the year 2026. There are many ways to remedy the flying stars, but the ones that I'm going to show you are some of the common ones for the flying star system that are traditional feng shui cures. You don't have to use these. You can use, as I'll mention in a minute, the element. But for example, every year that at the Lunar New Year, we have some what we call illness and misfortune stars. Misfortunes causes accidents, mishaps, and also some illnesses as well. And it is in a sector of the home, in a different sector every year. So in the 2026, which I'm talking about today, it's in the Northwest. And so to cure the misfortune star, they talk about using a 5 element pagoda, which is what this is. And they're different sizes. This is a nice, heavy, sturdy one. And you can get little tiny ones or you can get larger ones. We recommend that the space that you have, if it's a big space, you need a larger one. This is large, but you can even go larger. It needs the metal element. So if you have some heavy metal stuff there, like, some stereo equipment or some computer equipment or some musical things there that are instruments that are made out of metal. If it's your kitchen and you have lots of pots and pans that are metal hanging there, those all help with that, diffusing that energy of what it's needing is metal. But this particular 5 element pagoda is considered to be a standard cure and can be found on websites online, and you can research it. So that's what that's about. Now, the other one that's very common is called a Wooloo gourd, and basically it does look like a gourd. It is metal. It's considered to be used for the illness star, and every year the illness star is also in a different direction. So here you have it in this year it happens to be in the south. So we put it looks like an hourglass, and it can be a metal like this. It can be hung or it can be placed in the south sector of your house. Okay, this is one size. This is another size, and this is a real heavy duty one. Very ornate. So you see the difference. So if you have a big space, bigger, and then the smaller space, this would suffice. Again, Wooloo gourd, and that's for the illness star every year, and that's what's considered there. But again, you could use, if you had a chiming clock there that was chiming all year long, that would work. Some other metal fixtures there or metal elements that you might have would work. The other one that's considered a challenging star every year is the burglary star, and that one needs the water element. And in feng shui, they use water animals like elephants, and this is the blue rhinoceros that's used a lot. And this is used for the burglary star every year. This year it happens to fall in the southwest. And you always have your animal facing that direction, so he would face the southwest. So I'm introducing these to a couple of new clients this year who are not familiar with the Flying Star system, moving into new homes, and we'll be applying these cures in their spaces. And so I advise them to purchase these in advance so when I come over, we can place them in the right directions. And again, these are to diffuse those really challenging energies This one again is a small one. There are many larger sizes of the blue rhino. Again, you can use blue colors, you can use water features, you can do a lot of other things. But what I like about these traditional feng shui cures is they do have the tradition of history with them, and also they're not, they're small. They're not like something that somebody comes into your home, they're going to go, why is that there? It's something that you can put, and it's not like going to be a big deal. And also, you don't necessarily have to change your decor, to all blues in this room, or you don't have to, do something drastic to get the water element in that sector. You could do something like this. So I did want to share these with you, that they are the Flying Star Cure remedies for each year. These are just one of the ones for the challenging stars that, that if you see them, or you're working with a classical feng shui consultant and they mention, you'll have an idea of what they are. Again, you can Google these and find out their real energies and meanings, but I did want to share those with you because they do work in the sense of putting the element in the right sector for that year, and that's why they work. Anyway, reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm Belinda with Design for Energy here in Austin, Texas, wishing you good health, prosperity, and safety.